Hey, Bill, how long before this lovely woman, and I have to say lovely, she is the greatest looking porn star. She's better looking than most Hollywood actresses.
Yes, because she's young.
Yes.
Give her a couple of years, Greg.
Yes.
Everyone knows that in the porn industry, 25 is 55.
Yeah.
And what is she, 3 years away from that?
Yeah. And every year, which is dog years, is actually, in porn star years, 13 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So get her now,
Yeah.
because, you know, who knows. MCAT, how long before she hooks up with Gloria Allred?
Not long, I don't think. But I think this has gotten really mixed up. What happened was she had borrowed a blockbuster version of Major League from Charlie Sheen in 1991, and then boom, now we have $12,000 of fees. And so there you go.
You know, I like that
very
angle.
innocent explanation.
I like that. Kinsey, do you think he's going to end up still doing 2.5 Men, or are people just going to have to say enough?
I honestly hope that people say enough. Like, we are super hard on Lindsay Lohan. We were hard on Robert Downey Jr., and hopefully Lindsay Lohan's settling down, but Robert Downey Jr. has come full circle. So I think that we just need to, like, regulate up on Charlie Sheen and, you know, be like, you need to simmer down.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. You know, Crowder, apparently she expected 12 grand and said she wasn't an escort. How do you reconcile those two facts?
Wait a second. It sounds like she was prostituting herself, but from what I've heard from the pro-porn crowd, these porn stars live wonderful, fruitful lives outside of pornography. They wouldn't have to prostitute themselves.
Yeah.
My world is coming unglued. The sad part about Charlie Sheen here is that now he's not only lost credibility among the American public, but in the hooker community.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to get back into.
Yeah.
It's a very closed circuit.
It really is. It really is. I didn't think of it that way, but then again, there are many things I don't think of
That way.
that way. So, coming up, Julia Roberts shares her Halloween costume favorites. Not here, but somewhere. I would probably check out Martha Stewart or something if you're interested in that. But first, he knows grisly death like I know morning breath. It's hideous. Coming up, the legendary Dr. Michael Bodden joins us for a special Halloween thing. Russian cemeteries full of bare necessities. They are in the Arctic Circle, Republic of Komi, where, thanks to a scorching summer, it's forced the starving Bruin into casket ruin. Indeed, the disrespectful bears have even taught themselves how to open the coffins up and then where the well-dressed snacks await. But why tell what next media's cartoonists can show?
缺粮，熊盗墓吃死尸。位于北极圈的俄罗斯联邦科密共和国，上周六，2名妇女看到墓园里似乎有人，以为是穿着毛大衣的男子在悼念爱妻。走近一看，魂都要飞了，竟然是一只大熊在啃食尸体。妇人放声大叫，吓得大熊放弃食物落跑。
It looked a little like John Gibson. Not sure, though. Well, bears and corpses, it can only mean one thing. It's time to welcome back Dr. Michael Bodden, former New York City chief medical examiner, Fox News contributor, and Red Eye's death correspondent. So, have you ever encountered animal grave robbers before?
Not grave robbers, because they don't have opposable thumbs to lift up the casket.
Yeah.
But animals eat humans if they're very hungry. Most commonly in this country, it's domestic pets, dogs and cats, who are locked in when their owner dies.
Yeah.
And they'll eat the owner down to the bone if there's no food.
They call this the Andy Levy syndrome. You're a bachelor with 2 cats, nobody knows you're there or cares, and then they just eat you alive.
That's right.
Exactly.
Not alive. They eat you after you die.
Yeah,
So you're saying it's almost better that the cats eat them?
Yeah,
really?
exactly,
Yeah, that's the best case scenario.
You know, actually, when you think about it, it is a happy ending.
Right, yeah.
Because 2 cats get dinner and Andy's dead.
Yeah.
Awful.
Oh, stop
Awful.
Awfully true.
Can anything be done about this? Are they just not burying these people deep enough?
Well, it's very odd, and it must be desperate conditions for.
Yeah.
Because usually bears, most of what bears eat is are vegetable stuffs.
Yeah.
Only about 10% of what they usually.
You know, my buddy Joe, he's a bear. He just eats ribs. Yeah. Anyway, next story. This is weird. This is a British spy, Gareth Williams. He's a MI6 codebreaker. Found dead, locked in a sports bag in his bathroom. Now they're saying that it wasn't like spy stuff. It was that it was an S&M sex game gone wrong. What's your take?
Well, the police there must have found evidence of a sex game in the residence. Most commonly, we find in these deaths happen when the release mechanism of the device doesn't work.
Yeah.
And they'll have literature and books about the S&M. But in this situation, if the story says it was locked from the outside,
yes,
then it sounds like somebody else did it.
I'm positive because I was the guy. Here's the thing. This seems such an easy thing to set up. If you could just do this to anybody. I mean, Bill is publicly known for this kind of behavior. So if he is found in a bag, people are going to say, "Oh, that's how he died." This is the easiest way.
Not if it's locked from the outside.
Well, you've got a partner. The partner flees.
But that's still homicide if the partner flees. We've had a few of those that where there's a setup and the partner doesn't release the person when he or she meant to do it.
That's a tragedy. All right, I want to talk about this new research. The FBI looked at serial killers, and they did a recent breakdown by state. In the past 4 decades, 459 deaths and 41 attempted homicides are believed to be done by serial killers. Are you surprised by these numbers too high or too low?
Those are too low for all serial killers.
Yeah.
But these are serial killers, as I read the story, on the highways, serial killers. And they've been going on for a long time. We get those in New York sometimes and the problem is that truck drivers will pick up a prostitute at a truck stop. They go in the cab, they have sex, they sleep, whatever it is, and then the body may be dumped miles away, kill the person, dumped miles away, and they're hard to find. And mostly in New York State, we've had them, truck drivers going to Canada, and the body gets dumped in New York, the driver goes to Canada through customs, and it's very hard to trace the driver in a foreign country.
Those Canadians. I gotta say that.
Oh,
evil people. All right. Here's the thing: is I always hear that they go after people that no one will miss, like Bill.
Oh, the serial murders usually are people who are not missed.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, if somebody's missed, there's an all-out search. People are not missed. The relatives don't know to make a report to the police that there's a missing person.
Well, why? If this is the case, why is Bill still alive?
Bill has great survival instincts. He's very good, and I've seen him jump out of the way of danger as if he had eyes in the back of his head.
But why did you try to run me over?
Well, you were pretty quick.
I gotta say though, I came out of nowhere. That was an awesome Jeep, by the way. That was really cool. I would have liked to have seen the inside rather than the grill. But
you got to forgive him though. He's so looking forward to doing an autopsy on you. He can't wait to see. You're like Disneyland to him.
give me some time. I only got 5 years left about that. Give me some time. Let it happen naturally.
Bill, for Halloween especially, Bill's a cat person. He has 7 lives, so he's lost a couple, but he's still got a few more.
Yeah.
And Greg's a bear person.
All right. That's it. Happy Halloween, Dr. B. Always a pleasure having you on the show. Coming up, our Friday show wouldn't be a Friday show without my mom. Yes, there she is. Our senior correspondent is on her way. Leave now and I'll pull a wheelie on your front lawn. It's time for Messages from Mom. So kick back and relax as we listen to the latest messages from my mom.
Hi, this is your mother. Hope you're doing well and you're not out shopping for a Halloween costume. The adults on Halloween just kind of ruin the Halloween, I think. This is for children. Last year, this lady arrived. I call her lady, I'm not sure. Anyway, this woman arrived at the door dressed in the most gorgeous costume. She should have been in Las Vegas. And her 2 little children dressed like they came out of Barney's. They looked so good. And I thought, there are poor children around that might need a jacket tonight. How much did you spend for your outfit, lady? Well, anyway, that's my pet peeve. I think some adults take this very seriously. And actually, it is a children's time. But okay. Especially tonight. I'm so excited because of the game last night. Wasn't it wonderful? I can hardly believe we had a score of 10. I don't know. I thought I was waking up from a dream. But it is good. And it's such an interesting group. Everybody's so different. I just love looking at them. They're so funny. But, so it's going to be a good game, and I hope it doesn't rain on their parade. Oh, and you know who I saw on TV yesterday is P.J. O'Rourke. He was doing his thing about his new book. why don't you try to get him on your show? He was good too. I mean, he looks older, but he makes a better interview now than he did when he was young. And I hope San Francisco lives through this, because they're so happy at all the watering holes, and it looks like old San Francisco to me.
Mom, they're not really happy. They're just high as kites. Everybody, including the players, are a high.
Yes.
Which is why they're going to win. It's the greatest year ever. The San Francisco Giants in the World Series, 2 games up.
How dare you insinuate that the Rangers aren't high as well?
I apologize for
Texas knows how to party, sir.
that. That is true.
Right, y'all.
High on life.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to close things out with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy. To see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. You can now vote on our latest poll. Is Red Eye your favorite show? What kind of poll is that?
What the hell?
Oh,
Blue.
I'm
Yes.
embarrassed.
The answer is blue.
You can watch us Saturday at midnight Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Pacific Time, my favorite time. Coming up Monday on the next Red Eye, we make the turn from Halloween to Election Day. Guests include syndicated columnist Ann Coulter and Fox News contributor Juan Williams makes his debut on the program.
Ooh.
Time to go back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Rachel, where can people see you this weekend?
I'll be at Blood Manor at 27th between 10th and 11th.
Excellent. All night long?
All night until 2.
Okay. Excellent. Hey, MCAT, have you ever made out with a dude when you were drunk on Halloween and thereby disqualified yourself from ever holding public office?
Yes. I will not be your senator.
Okay. All right. Fair
You
enough.
got my vote.
Yeah. Hey, Kinsey, what's going on with you over at thesmokingjacket.com?
I am a ball breaker this week. And
Really?
Yeah, well, every week I'm a sack tapper, according to the show.
Yeah.
And I'm also on the Adam Carolla show as the news girl, so you can check me out
cool.
on Adam Carolla.
We love Adam Carolla.
Excellent, yeah.
Tell him to come back on the show. He hasn't been on in a while.
No, nah, don't tell him.
Why?
I don't know.
It's great.
I love Adam Carolla.
There you go.
Yeah.
He might think you were insulting him.
Why would I insult
I
Adam
will
Carolla?
tell Adam
jerk.
Carolla that you're not insulting him.
Okay. Hey, Crowder, what'd you do last weekend?
It was intense. My friend has a farm, that I went out to upstate, but he has a big St. Bernard. We didn't know he was roaming around some trees. Apparently, he got bitten by a bat, and he was rabid, and I was stuck in a car with my son, who's a diabetic, and we couldn't get him the insulin because the dog was around the car. He wouldn't let us get out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a bad weekend.
It worked out okay, though?
It worked out okay. I
right.
returned the son to the, the sun place.
Some place.
I love that place.
To his former owners?
Yeah, to his former owners. I rented
Where exactly that place is?
was it the place where I was?
Some place.
It was right. It was north of Albany. Oh, the Sun
okay.
Place.
Yes, yeah.
The Sun Place. We're not allowed to talk about it.
Anyway, whatever,
Hey,
man.
Bill, have you ever made out with a dude when you were drunk on Halloween and thereby disqualified yourself from ever holding public office?
No, Andy Levy, but the night is young. I'll see you after the show. Appletini's on me. Literally.
Adam Sandler.
God. All right, Greg, I think we're pretty much done here, so I'll just talk for a couple of seconds saying absolutely nothing of importance, and then I'll throw it back to you, and we'll finish up the week.
I don't know if you're quite done yet.
Really? I can keep going. You need me to keep going?
All right, buddy. Thank you, Andy.
Yep.
Very good job, Kinsey Schofield. Bill Schultz, you're a terrible human being. Stephen Crowder, nice job. MK, Mary Catherine Ham from the Daily Caller. The Daily Caller. That does it for me. Thanks, Rachel. Wherever Rachel
Where is
Thank
she?
you. Oh,